Sup, dudes? Another contest response tonight. This one's just some guy I found scrolling through videos. Just lost my hat unintentionally, by the way. This guy's name is Rawl, I think. Raul. I don't know. He looks kind of like a Mexican had a baby with a red Indian, and a little bit like Tony Iommi. If you photoshopped a mustache on poorly and just posted it to Facebook real fast, I guess he'd kind of look like Tony Iommi. But Rawl, this one's for you. I'm gonna focus mainly on two members. Your contest was who's influenced you, who has shown you bands or shown in their videos, or sent you stuff that you've become almost obsessed with. At least that's the way I took it. I'm tired, but I'm gonna focus on two VC members. The first one is gonna be Dan Fury. I have a few albums. Dan, no idea how big of an influence you've been on me. You're one of my favorite VC members to watch. You're always really knowledgeable about the music you talk about. You don't rush stuff. You don't try to show. Gonna slap myself for a second here by saying you don't try to show 100 records in one video like I did in 3 videos recently because I had to get them off my shelf. But really classy guy. Here's your section. The first one was an album that I saw, and I had it right away when he did his contest, and it was one of the albums that I was looking at getting. It was actually my first pick, even though Derek had chosen Boris before me. That band is Engine Down. And these guys have turned into the kind of band where every friend that comes over to listen to music, I usually try to put this on and say, hey, have you heard of these guys? No? I didn't think so. Check them out. And unfortunately, this is still the only album I have by them, but I spend this at least once, twice a month. It's growing on me. It's one of those albums where you don't get it the first time, but it gets you just enough that you're like, I should put that on again. And each time it's a little more. It's like, hey, I haven't played that in a couple days. Let's play it. So, Engine Down, first band, really digging them. Thanks again for. You outdid yourself on your contest, dude. Everybody's outdoing themselves on the contest. I gave away a stupid Beatles album. I'm gonna have to do another contest. If you guys can get my subscribers up to 200, I already got an idea for a contest. So, Raul, how'd you put it? Leapfrog me. You said that when I did that to you, and now you somehow got 50 more subscribers than me. I think you just created like 50 accounts and liked yourself. Oops, Rawl. Dan, the next one was also a record I won in your contest. But right when your contest came out, I was looking at getting into some jazz. So, luckily, you threw out this guy, Stanley Jordan, who now is my favorite jazz guitarist, rivaling Al Di Meola and Earl Klugh. But as soon as I saw this, I said, that cover looks so 80s that this is the jazz guy I'm going to get into. And I love this guy. Really good cover of Stairway to Heaven. It's not too different, but it's a great cover. And then I actually picked up another Stanley Jordan album like the day after I heard that one. It's on Blue Note. He covers Eleanor Rigby and I could have sworn he covered one other song on this album. But Angel by Jimi Hendrix. Yeah. But smoking jazz on this guy, dude. This guy's a great guitarist. He's really underrated. If you guys are looking into jazz, you haven't heard of Stanley the Man Jordan. Stan the Man. Him. And lastly, for Dan, as recent as my last couple videos, Weezer. You did a great review on their album. I'd never heard the Blue Album or any Weezer besides like singles. So I saw this in my little shop. It was a little pricey, but you were telling me how great it was, great packaging was. I haven't had any MoFi reissues, so I figured, what the hell? I'll try it out, and I love it, dude. It sounds awesome. Packaging's awesome. The band is awesome. I gotta get the Green Album. I gotta think of something I can send Mr. Dawkin not Don Dokken. But to get his in a trade to get his Weezer Green album from him, I got to do something because I need more Weezer. But yeah, Weezer. And Dan, thanks again. Keep making videos. I'll keep watching. The next one is a VC member I'm very close with, Laz. Just did a contest response to his, which will be up here. Click it and then scroll. Shit, which way? I don't know. Scroll one of these ways and you'll find it. It's video before this. But here's the bands that he's gotten me into. I skipped Genesis because I was already kind of into them. But we'll get to that. Day I met Laz, he helped me fix the turntable. We started talking about bands. And I told him I'd recently gotten an album by this band, Saga. And this is the album I had. And this is Behavior. Really good album. Mid-80s. And I told him, yeah, I really dig him. I'm trying to find more stuff. And he was like, oh, you like Saga? Here, you got to have this. So this one is Worlds Apart, my Saga. This is earlier Saga, but really good. I just popped myself in the face. And I'm still trying to find more Saga. I can't find it for some reason. But really digging them. Really love Saga. And Laz kept me into them. After one album, I probably wouldn't have been searching them out as hard as I am now. And I still can't find anything. So, there you go. Saga. The next one, you guys all know how big a Peter Gabriel Genesis fan he is. So I figured I better get into Peter Gabriel. Now, you guys have heard me tell the story a few times. I started with Invisible Touch, which is their poppiest album that I've heard. And I never really got back into Peter Gabriel Genesis. So when I became friends with Laz, he probably was going to kill me eventually if I didn't get into Peter Gabriel. So I picked up a few Peter Gabriel albums. This is his first one. And I'm getting into them. I'm getting into older Genesis and older Peter Gabriel. Really digging it. I'm actually getting it now. Like you said, it has to grow on you. You'll get it. So, Peter Gabriel. And then, again, as soon as the other day, this one hasn't even been in an update yet, but Rush. I'd only had 2112 and I think a Farewell to Kings. But my last trip to the record store, I was looking at what band should I get into, and I thought, Rush, Dwayne, he's really into Rush. They got to be good. He's in Maiden, Genesis, all these bands. He doesn't have any bad taste. So I grabbed this and a few other studio albums, but this one caught my eye. Rush Moving Pictures Live from 2011. Really great live album. He does sound a little more tired, like, to use Dwayne's phrasing, obviously. A little more tired, a little more exhausted. I'm talking about Getty. Than other live recordings I've heard. But all in all, it's a solid album. I don't even actually own the studio album, Moving Pictures. So, until I get that, this is going to hold me over. But this album is killer. There's still... I got to get Clockwork Angels on vinyl. I've heard it a few times. I have it as a digital. One of my friends gave me a download card. But I'm getting into Rush now. Another one I got was Power Windows. And I'm really loving that one. A lot of people, I guess the popular opinion is Synth Rush isn't the best. That might be my favorite Rush album to this point. Is Power Windows. So that's my two guys, Laz and Dan Fury. There's plenty of other ones. Rawl, you got me into NFC, obviously, and actually the Tubes a lot. Green Oak, countless bands. Every single one you sent when you sent me that VCLT on the CDs I hadn't heard before, and all of those kicked ass. I gotta actually go back and listen to those a few more times, but I love the VC. I don't know. My hair's starting to curl. I need a haircut. But you guys still love me if I get a haircut? My head's really square today. I guess it'd be rectangular. I can only upload a 10-minute video, so I'm just going to stall until it's like 9:50, 58. You guys do anything today? Rawl, take care, man. Peace, love, and soul. Bye.